Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy Trey. We're back again for another video. I wanted to give a quick little shout out to this guy on Reddit. It is u/nextcash8011. I think this kind of stuff is worth talking about, and I kind of wanted to give him some recognition because I know where this is coming from. So he says, my boy passed away yesterday morning in a car accident. I talked to him about AMC about a month ago after having doubts. He told me, if you believe in it, stick with it. I'm holding for it, my bro. Rest in peace, brother. Thank you for your service. Till we meet again one day. And it's for Khalid Valencia. Dude, my heart goes out to you, brother. And I know that nobody can know what you're feeling right now, but what I can tell you is you've got a whole bunch of freaking gorillas, a whole bunch of apes out there that are rocking with you, that have your back, brother. And I wish you nothing but the best. I truly do think this is worth talking about. If you have time to go over here and give him some love, feel free to do so. I'm going to do so right here. You're in my thoughts, brother. And I'm showing you some love on the channel. Godspeed. Anywho, we're gonna get into the video. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades. We give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Let's get into the video. Today, my friends and family, my fellow gorilla gang, we are back again to give you a little more of an update on ticker symbol AMC. We're gonna talk about this technical setup on the chart, and there has been some crazy numbers and confusion going on in terms of what the heck is going on with AMC. First off, I want to say I have not sold my position. I feel like I have to say this every single video now because you've got a million people on Reddit, million people on Webull, million people on StockTwits trying to trick people into saying that I sold my position. I have not. I've got 2,313 total shares at a dollar cost average of $8.72. Not selling until we see this thing do what I think it can do, baby. So getting that off the board right off the bat. And I want to point out to you that I've got a whole crap ton of imposters that are trying to impersonate me on a plethora of platforms. So on Twitter, what do I want to point out to you? There's somebody impersonating me that is got the ticker or the handle Trade Trays, and it's also Trade Trays with an A. So if you find that guy, do not listen to him. The only one that is actually me is Trades Trey, spelled TRADESTREY. That is my handle. And then on Webull and StockTwits, there are people impersonating my account as well. So watch for that. I'm gonna try and get my accounts verified so that people know it is in fact me when it is supposed to be me. But anyways, let's get into the video. What I want to cover today is going to be the actual short interest information, right? So what do we see? There's a whole plethora of different information that's bouncing around right now. I mean, you come over here to Fintel, right? And what is it telling you? It's telling you the short borrow fee rate is extremely low. It's telling you that it's like 4% or something like that, right? 3.7%. Give me 1 second here. It's telling you it's 3.7%. We've got 3.6 million total short shares available. On the last trading day, which was the 11th, we saw 31% of the total market volume was short volume, 25.8 million. 83.8 million was the total market volume on the day. So kind of a flat day. We didn't see a lot of volume, which is why we didn't see a squeeze, right? But the short volume is still there. It's still getting shorted to freaking kingdom come. You come over here to Ortex, right? We take a look at this information. It says 93.42% utilization. It was at 94 yesterday, right? So it's still extremely high, but it has been dropping. There's a whole goddamn huge division going on right now in terms of what is going on. And I want to straighten some stuff out. And I want to start off with this freaking picture because this is huge. So check this out. I've seen this from multiple people. You want to call it and fact check, you call his number. It says this. I just called TD Ameritrade and the broker just told me short rate fee for AMC is 19.5%. The short borrow rate, right? So that's how much interest is being paid annually on these short positions is at 19.5%. You can call and ask for yourself if you don't believe me. Now that's conflicting. That's really conflicting because you come over here and you take a peek at what is available to you on Fintel and it tells you that it's 3.7%. So what the heck is this? What's going on? Why is it telling us that we've got different numbers being bounced around for different things? I don't know if you can see this. I'll scroll up. 3.7%. So why would this be the case, right? Well, I want to point out to you that Fintel has, in fact, kind of been busted down for representing false information. I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, they had been stating that the short borrow fee rate was a lot higher. They were stating that the short shares available was a lot different, right? And what we come to the conclusion of is they are likely taking short volume from only limited exchanges, but the total market volume from all exchanges, right? So that could definitely be affecting things. Now, why would we have more total short shares available as well? I have seen information float around saying that there are more lenders that are offering shares for short positions. Now, why would this be the case, right? Why would that affect the total short share availability? Well, if we just come over here to Microsoft Whiteboard, and we're going to draw up something real nice and simple for you guys. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, right? This is important because you're increasing the supply that is available to these short positions, right? The hedge funds that are shorting a stock. So let me draw this up for you in real simple ape language, baby. Let's just check this out. Short borrow rate, right? How does this come into effect? The short borrow rate is given by basically supply and demand and the chances of a short position coming out profitable. So if there is low chance of profit for a short position, that interest rate will go down, right? If there's high chance, or I should say up, right? That short interest rate will go up, that borrow fee rate. If there's a high chance of profitability, right? There's more chance of them making money, that short interest rate will go down, the short borrow fee rate. That's crucial. That's a huge thing to keep in the back of your mind. And that reflects right here on what Fintel is saying is 3.7%, because if there are more available lenders, that is going to mean it is going to be easier for people to come out profitable on their short positions, right? So take a look at this, right? If there was previously 6 lenders, which is the information that I have previously seen, and they just offer, I'm going to give a ballpark of, let's say 1.5 million total short shares, right? That's the max that they will all allow, which would come out to a total of 9 million total short shares, right? And they increased that to 11. Now you've got 11 lenders. That would almost double the amount of total available short share positions from 9 million to what would be 16.5 million total short share positions. And this would line up because if you look at this, what's interesting is this, right? The market volume, the total short volume is still extremely high. We've got 25.8 million total short volume yesterday, which is 31% of the total market volume. Day before that, it was in the 30% range as well. You might be thinking to yourself, well, what the heck? How are there this many short shares available if there's this much short volume getting driven into the stock, right? This would back up that hypothesis. If you have a total lender that is increasing, right? There's more total short shares available for borrowing. What happens is that amount, that supply increases, which means the demand decreases. We've talked about this before, right? If we just make this super simple for you guys, I'm going to draw it over here. Supply and demand, just in case it's your first video. This is supply and this is demand, right? Goes like this. You've got an increase or a decrease. It works both ways. Up, down. Check this out. If you shift supply over here to the left, right, you increase supply. This would be high. This would be low. This would be high, this would be low. What happens is that divergence rate between demand and supply go down, right? That's huge. And why would this be the case? Because if you have more lenders that are offering more short positions, 6 goes to 11, right? And you increase from 9 million to, and this is hypothetical numbers, right? I don't know the exact number that is being bounced around and how much they can lend. If you do know, drop it in the comment section. If that increases, right, you're increasing the supply available, that demand goes down. Because at the end of the day, you're still increasing the amount of shares that are being circulated in the market, right? There's more short shares available, which is going to cause this synthetic selling pressure on the stock price. So that's huge. That's huge news. And we've got verification that it's very possible we're seeing this happen, this sort of manipulation, because if this is true, this is factual, right? That 19.5% short rate fee is factual. It likely means that Fintel is not reporting correct information, for one, and for two, if the short share availability information is correct, right? That is the actual number. It would double down on the fact that we likely are seeing more lenders step into the game, and there is more manipulation going on with the stock. I'm still bullish on this, right? When I made that video and I talked about this, and I've gotten a lot of flack for this, people have been saying, Trey, you put out a video saying if that short share availability goes up, if that interest rate goes down, and the utilization goes down, the squeeze is over, right? That means that the squeeze has been squeezed. But you got to think about this in real layman's terms. Check this out. With all this information going on, do you really truly think this was the squeeze? Because I've told you before, squeezes are hundreds of percents. Does this remind you anything of the violent freaking move that we saw from here, $3 up to 25? This was a sort of squeeze, right? We saw a mini squeeze here, maybe a little bit of short interest squeeze, mostly gamma squeeze, right? But that was a mini squeeze. We saw it run up from $5 to 25, which is a 500% return. That's a squeeze. This is not a squeeze at all. This is hype and this is traction. We haven't had the volume for a squeeze yet, right? Volume tells you about a squeeze. We have not had that. We look at this on daily candles, right? Check this out. When this scrolls back here, we had 434 million, 391 million, 1.2 billion total shares being traded on this day when it hit 25 bucks in the pre-market, right? And these days, we're just not getting there. We need to hit that 400, 500, 600 million total shares in order to really truly have a squeeze potential again. But don't fear. Do not fear, because we are still in this freaking game, guys. What I want to point out to you is there is a huge gap in price action here between 11 bucks and all the way up here at about $13. So if we can actually get above $11 and have a true break, right? We tested it, but that was a false break. That wick comes up here and tries to test out that $13 mark, gets rejected, right? If we can truly break over $11 and close above it, there's a large gap in price action between that and 13 bucks. From 13 bucks up to here, right? You can see with pretty much your own eyes, $16, then $17, and then 20, right? There's huge gaps in price action here because this is where the most volatility took place, right? So I truly do believe this game is still alive. Ball, not a dead cat, baby. It's not a dead cat. I don't know. I'll say this a million times until I'm blue in the freaking face, guys. I just don't think this is a dead ball. This ain't it. This ain't it, Jack. This ain't over. This is not. Oh, man. I just get so worked up because you can't sweat these day-to-day fluctuations so much. I want to come back to this. Not to play with your emotions. That's not what I'm trying to do. This is a big deal, though. Check this out. My boy passed away, and he gave some great advice. This is great advice to Khalil Valencia, right? If you believe in it, stick with it. And what I get from this, guys, is the price is psychological, right? Price is psychological. We've done our homework. We know our convictions. We know what we hold here. We know the chances of coming out on top, right? We know there's been crazy manipulation that's been going on. I mean, this being the latest, this crazy short ladder down that just barely missed that SSR rule, the short sale rule, which if you don't know, I'll just walk you through really quick. We'll come over here to Microsoft Whiteboard and just draw this out. The short sale rule is when a stock drops from 10% lower than its previous day close. So let's just hypothetically say, for ease sake, right, that we had $10 right here, previous day's close. This was the close. Next day, you drop down to $8.90, which would be more than 10% from that previous day close. Any part of the intraday, right? At that point, you trigger the SSR or the short sale rule. Well, what do we have happen? What do we have happen instead? This is just more manipulation that's been going on. The previous day's close, we closed at 11:52, right? Low of the day would have been, let's take a quick peek here. Give me 1 sec to do the math. Okay, so I got it pulled up. I was looking at the wrong day. So we've got 1050 here is the previous day's close. Low of this day was 951, just barely missing that SSR, that short sale rule, right? It hit like 9.5%. We needed 10% to trigger that short sale rule. Do you think that was by accident? Do you think this looks like a natural price movement to you? It is not. That's not natural. And I get all these comments saying, wow, it looks like you're trying to use this the fact that you picked a bad stock to justify your bad investment with a bunch of BS. That's not BS. You tell me any sort of terms that this is normal, that you would just see all of a sudden when this is on the up and up and up, right? That you would just see this huge crash, this flash crash in the stock. Manipulation. It goes on and on and on. However, the game can't go on forever because at the end of the day, the short positions that exist, right? That 94% utilization, which we're almost at right now, the crazy amount of short volume that keeps getting pumped into this day in, day out, right? They gotta cover. These long-term short positions gotta cover. They do. 100%. 100%, as you would say in Japanese. That's massive, right? What do we have here in terms of a technical setup? We've got a nice big fat George W in the making. I really do think this is going to come to fruition. We got a bottom here, and you can see where this would go. It forms that W formation. We get this break over, I would say, 11 bucks, and it is off. I mean, we've got a top here. We had a false break here, right? This 1247 mark where we got that huge topping tail. We end up breaking over 11 bucks and we close above it. It is going to be off to the freaking races, guys. $13 would not be out of the question at all, right? So I really want to get out some information because I think this is relevant. I think this is big stuff. This 19.5% short borrow fee rate, if that is legitimate, you can call that number and fact check it for yourself. But I have seen so many freaking screenshots saying that it is higher than it actually is being reported on Fintel, right? That's a big deal. That's a big deal because it still means that there's pressure on these short positions. There's still pressure on these guys. We're not done. This is not a dead cat. They're still playing a tough losing position. And it's only a matter of time if we continue to hold and buy as we've been doing, right? I've been accumulating as much as I can. This is the way. We can still make this happen. What is something else you can do that I think we need to do, which I've covered before? Gamma squeeze. We need to continue to purchase call options. Now, if you want to know anything about call options, I made a video on it. It's in my channel. If you want to check that out, I walk you through exactly what you're looking for. However, I think you can play a couple different ways. You can buy some in-the-money call options, right? Let's say a $10 strike, which would be 53 cents right now in the pre-market. You purchase, 2 of those, 3 of those. Each one of these is going to cost you 53 bucks. So that'd be $150. It goes up like $1 or $2. You basically double your investment, which contributes to the cause, and it gives you money so that you can reinvest into the stock and continue to rinse and repeat until this thing squeezes. It contributes to that gamma squeeze. You don't even need to exercise them. You don't. If you want to, I did personally, because I want to lower my overall dollar cost average, but if you don't want to, what you can do is simply sell them, buy more call options, or reinvest them into actual physical stock. You can go both ways, and this is going to contribute to that gamma squeeze, right? So that's absolutely monumental. Not a dead cat, guys. I'm telling you. When I had that live stream with Max and Andrew, I had some people that said that Trey only spits BS. He tries to trick his viewers, and then when real people are on the channel, he just bows down because he knows he's wrong. I don't think I'm wrong in the least bit. Not even a little bit, guys. I'm telling you. What I do is try and show you the holistic picture. If there's news that I think is actually relevant that is going to affect the stock price, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to try and BS you guys. I want to give you it how it is. All right, so when we talk about possible negative news, I'm not being negative. I'm giving you the holistic picture so that you know what you're getting yourselves into, my friends. I promise you. I would not still hold my position in the stock. I would not continue to add to it if I didn't think that it had squeeze potential. I've got over $20,000 in this thing, and I've already lost $20,000 on this thing when I got my account liquidated by Fidelity. So this is the live ball, guys. I really want to double down on that. Those are the current numbers that we're looking at. We've got a great situation right here. We've got a bullish flag in the making right now. I mean, look at this. You've got this huge flagpole. This bottom out is starting to ripple. Now, what do I mean by this? You get a break over this descending level of resistance right here, and it is going to come with a violent freaking move. That's huge. Ascending level of support, descending level of resistance. This is your picture perfect squeeze down in price action. Guys, I'm telling you, this is getting made. We're going to connect as many touch points as we can here, right? Check this out. Connecting as many touch points as we can. You can see it sometime today. I would expect a hard move, which is why I really do believe that George W. is going to come to fruition, and that's what I've got for you guys today. Stay the course. Stay the course. Stay true to your convictions. I'm telling you what, I truly do believe in this cause. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you what, I will come on to say it. But I'm going to keep making these videos until I believe that this is a dead cat, and this is not a dead freaking cat, guys. I'm going to stand with my convictions, and that is what I've got for you guys today. So if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. This is version 4 for the desktop. Great platform that allows you to start trading at 4 a.m. in the pre-market. If you use my link, you get 2 free stocks with a $100 deposit. I'll receive a free stock. Great to support the channel, my friends, and if you're not interested, that is totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. I also have a link to the merch store if you want to check out some of that stuff. Got some George W. mugs, some Gorilla Gang stuff, some nice hoodies, t-shirts, the whole 9 yards, right? And then a link to both the AMC Discord and my personal Discord. My Discord costs you $5 a month for the cheapest plan. The AMC Discord is free. So that is what I've got for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.